There is a time and place for therapy. So please hear me say that. And what really we're missing is the skills training, and the skills training. Once you have it forever. And that's the beauty of it. How to deal with stress, how to think in ways that are accurate and helpful. And we know a teen brain, an adolescent brain, that frontal lobe's not fully developed. That limbic system, the fight or flight part of their brain is more active anyway. And that's exactly what happens in the red zone. So our young people are predisposed biologically to be in the red zone. What's going on in our world is really impacting that and increasing the rates of depression and anxiety and other issues. But even if someone doesn't have a psychiatric disorder, most of our kids are struggling with overwhelming stress. Most of them. Yeah, even kids who you look at and you're like, that kid's doing fine. I'm telling you, the stat is about 67% pretend to do better than they are. But I actually think that number is higher.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, everyone. And isn't that so funny? And some people just have a better mask, a better poker face, and we're all walking around. And that's one thing we talk a lot about in our weekly group is, we spend so much time, and we do as adults too, worrying about what other people think about us. When the truth is, oftentimes they're doing the same thing and worrying about what you're thinking about them.
Yeah. Of course, absolutely.
So if you can put less stock into that. But I love what you said, Dr. E, about the 8 sessions. I don't know if that's a good business plan and strategy.
Well, I always say, my goal is that no one will ever need me. That's my goal. I love what I do, and I'll do it until I can't do it anymore. But my fantasy is that people are like, you know what? We know we've got this. Not only do we know it, but we're applying it in our lives. We're consistently staying out of the red zone. We got it. That's my fantasy.
Yeah, I had a mentor early in my career that I looked up to, an awesome guy, and he would talk to me about, and I don't want to sound like I'm a bad mouthing or bashing Tony Robbins, because I think he has a lot of really great stuff and is a very just amazing speaker, obviously, and has done some great work. But he's like, the interesting thing is, like, you go to one and then it like leads you into the back of the room. You need the next program, and it's 10,000.
And if you buy them all within 1 year, you get a discount.
Yeah, the whole mastermind. And it's like, it's $10,000. And we happen to have credit cards pre-approved in the back for $10,000. So it's like the ultimate, like, you need the next thing, you need the next thing, you need the next thing. But that's the same thing that we believe is, we want to get you the skills and get under the hood, get to the root of the problem, and then have the kid figure it out. And it's that whole situation today where there's kind of an epidemic of coddling. And because of that, we're not preparing the kids for the road ahead, but instead we're trying to go and bubble wrap and prepare the road for your kid, which as a parent, the role is to build them up so that they can survive and stand on their own 2 feet and be successful. So I love you do that.
Teach problem solving. I had a new client this week, and the parents came in first. Sometimes I meet with the parents, sometimes I don't, but I met with the parents because there was a 10-year-old kid, so kind of younger. And I was talking to the parents, and something, the kid had done something that he wasn't supposed to do, and the kid knew he wasn't supposed to do it, and the parents knew it, and so there were consequences. And I said, one of the things to do when that happens is to ask your child something along the lines of, I know you're a good person, and I know that what you did was wrong. So just take me through your thinking process. And you got to do this out of the red zone. We want to do this in a non-judgmental way, going back to the brave system. But, putting it on him and saying, let's talk about what your thought process was. I know it wasn't the right thing to do, right? What was your thought process, and why did you think it was okay at that particular time? And help the child start to put those pieces together. Help the child say, here's where I made this decision. Oh, what other decision could you have made? What else could you have done? Because what we really want to do is, we don't just want our kids to behave well. We want them to problem solve and figure it out for themselves.